Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars, and we've got one for you today. A man who's got more hits on YouTube than all of the rest of the magicians and illusionists put together in the world, with over 300 million hits. Criss Angel joins us live from Las Vegas. How you doing?
Hey, Alex, how are you? Thanks so much for having me on, man.
Hey, it's good to talk to you again. We last saw each other in May, and I can't believe what a year you've had. I don't think there's been a bigger year for Criss Angel. You're still in Vegas selling out. You've been around the world with the new Mind Freak live show, and today you launched something even bigger and better. It's just going brilliantly, isn't it?
Yeah, I attribute it to really working hard and having an amazing team that's second to none in the world of magic.
And how do you do it? Because it seems to me from the second you wake up in the morning and your eyes open, you're doing something and working.
Yeah, I work on average about 17 or 18 hours, 6 days a week. And yeah, it's just a constant ethic that I've had innate in my DNA, and it's something that I practice every day because of a lot of things that I want to accomplish. And life is a gift. Every day is a gift, and I want to make the most of each and every day.
I've been lucky to do some stage work over the years, and I always find it draining, let alone having my own residency, doing week after week after week, 10 shows a week, 2 shows a night. What toll does that take on you physically?
Well, I mean, doing Believe at the Luxor is an amazing blessing to be able to perform what I love to do, and to have such a an attraction at the Luxor that, we just celebrated our 6th-year anniversary on Halloween. So to have a residency and to have the #1 best-selling magic show in Las Vegas blows my mind. And it's something that I take a lot of pride in. I really feed off the energy of the incredible audience that comes and see us each and every show. I know the cast gets excited about it. We don't read teleprompters. It's kind of, listening to the audience and kind of having fun with the audience and giving them revolutionary illusions and a spectacle that you can't get anywhere else. So we're very honored to be able to do what we do, and to have that audience and that energy there is really what gets us through it. Even when we're tired or not feeling well or injured, we just love what we do, and we're very honored to be able to do it.
Criss, I regard you as a friend now, and I've got to know you very well over the last few years, and I heard a story the other day that did concern me, that on the way into the show, there was a car on fire, and you stepped up, got out your car, and put the fire out. Is this true?
Well, not totally. What actually happened was, it was a car fire, and it was a pretty big fire, and no one was doing anything, so I kind of jumped out, and I ran to a building, and I grabbed the fire extinguisher, and I broke it kind of open because it wasn't accessible, and attempted to put out the fire. And the 2 people were already out of the car, but it was a pretty significant fire, and I was trying to get it out, and while I was in the middle of doing that, the fire department rolled in. I ran out of the extinguisher, so they finished the job. But yeah, I was just concerned because it just looked like that car could have gone up, and and it was just a lot of people around, and I just figured that I'm going to try to take action and do it carefully, but I just kind of tried to get in and out. But I was just, I didn't really, the fire department are the people that really accomplished the deed of getting the fire out. I was just trying to be active and try to help out and make sure that people were safe and get it out and under control. But they really did the job. I just pretended to be a fireman.
And I have to ask you the question, do you think they knew who you were when you were playing Mr. Fireman?
I don't believe so, no. I kind of, when I go to the theater, I'm completely dressed down, and I'm just in comfortable clothing, and I probably had a hat on, and it was cold, and I just kind of went and did it. I think that the one gentleman that was on the truck itself, he kind of said hey and thanks, and I think he might have recognized me, but I didn't make any point to have a conversation with anybody. I had to get to doing the show and preparing for the show, so I just kind of was there. Literally, the whole incident was maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and that was the extent of it.
And my second question has to be, and how did your management and insurers react? Because you're quite important, Criss. If you burn to death, they're not going to be very happy about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't really, not really many people know. It's interesting how you found out, and I'd love to know the source code. But
well, that's extraordinary. And what a selfless thing to do. Afterwards, I mean, did it hit you when you realized how dangerous it could have been?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just was making sure that fire, because it was on the engine, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't go to the rear of the car where the gas tank was, obviously. So I was keeping an eye on that. But no, I just, I just care very much for people. I love people, and I just feel that, I'm very compassionate, and I'm very loving, and I try to be positive in the world. And if there's something I can do to help out, and I'm going to do it to try to help others. That's just the nature. I've always been like that. I've been like that with animals, and it's just kind of who I am. And, maybe it'll get me into trouble, but at this point it hasn't.
And again, it's taking risks, and that's what you've done this year. You put on the road Mind Freak, which was a major success. I don't think I've seen a magic show sell out so quickly. You took it to Foxwoods. They booked one show, sold out, 2 shows, 3 shows. I mean, you could have done a run there. Of course, this has now turned into a tour. Did that even surprise you, how incredibly fast those tickets sold?
Well, you never know, how powerful your brand is until you kind of get out there, because I've been isolated, at my residence show at the Luxor with Believe, which has been amazing. But, you have 250,000 tourists coming into Vegas every couple of days. So it's a different kind of approach, but going out there in the real world and doing some dates and touring is a very different thing. So you don't know how people are going to react. And it was just, really very flattering to be able to sell out 8,000 tickets in such a short amount of time, and then to have them, just literally vanish. It was just an incredible experience. It was something that was beyond my wildest expectations, and I'm just grateful to all the fans. And I'll be going out in January for 2 more weeks, and I believe we're pretty much, if not sold out, pretty much close to sold out to all the shows. So that's really exciting, and and then we have the new show, which I just released the first promo 1 today for the Supernaturalists, which is really, really exciting stuff, and that goes out in June of 2015.
And again, this is a brand new venture for you with a slightly different feel, because you're giving people the opportunity to see other world-class magicians and illusionists on par with yourself, which again is an incredible thing for you to do, because you don't need anybody else to sell a show. You've chosen to do this for what reason?
Well, I've been very, very blessed and fortunate to have the success that I've garnered, and I just believe that it would be very selfish of me to kind of just use my platform for myself. And I always believed in raising the bar and raising the tide for all magicians, and to have the opportunity to handpick, the very best in the world at their respective discipline, whether it's, Cosentino from Australia, who's had, 4 or 5 hit television specials of his own, tours of his own. The guy is, won Dancing with the Stars, came in 2nd with Australia's Got Talent. I mean, he is probably the most sought-after magician for ensemble shows, and we got him, and he's just incredible. To get Brett Daniels, a man that I used to watch on NBC television with The World's Greatest Magic, a guy that has had his own Las Vegas show, has toured the world, who is one of the biggest magicians, the best illusionist out there. And to get him not only to perform in the show, but as my co-producer. And here's the guy that, created another show that's out there running. And to get him to get involved with this show was just a huge feather in my cap. And then, of course, from Spain, I got Adrian Vega, who's, a multiple close-up award-winning magician, street magician, who's going to be coming from Spain, from South Africa. Banachek, who is the world's leading authority and, greatest mentalist alive. He's the only one that ever fooled scientists, and he's participating in the show. And then we have the femme fatale of Legerdemain, the #1 female magician in the world, from the movie Make Believe, and my television series Believe that was on last year, along with my live show, Kristen, who is just absolutely not only beautiful, stunning, intelligent, but can kick some major ass. And then we have, Mateo, who's, performing with me and Believe, and somehow, some way, he's going to be making the journey, every performance, from Las Vegas, the Luxor, to the Supernaturalists. Even if it's the same night in 2 different parts of the world, somehow, some way, he'll be in both places. So we have a crazy little teleportation device that we're going to send his little ass, and he'll get there.
Wow.
So we have the Johnny, who is been in the circus for many, many years. He's going to be doing an amazing dog conjuring act, the very first one of its kind in the world. He's been sought after, and he's doing these incredible original illusions, and the things that he can do with animals are really mesmerizing. So we really have, just the best of the best. You're never going to be able to see this caliber of talent in any other show, and then you couple that with the revolutionary illusions. I mean, we're not doing what everybody else is doing, which is the same old illusions and tricks and approach. We are magicians. This is what I've been doing for my life. This is what Brett's been doing for his life. So you're going to see the most cutting-edge, revolutionary illusions ever to be performed, coupled with the most exciting, talented artists, with the most, sophisticated lighting, LED walls. I mean, it's going to be a spectacle that hands down will destroy literally anything that's out there. I mean, these are 8 mind-blowing magicians that destroy reality, and it's going to be a show for everyone.
The Supernaturalists will be the big new show in magic that's going to tour the world. I have to beg you, are you coming to London with this? You've got to.
I believe that we will be everywhere, because my goal is to get 6 of these productions out in the next 4 years. So we're going to have multiple productions. We're going to reinvent magic like Cirque du Soleil did for the circus. And I believe with the power of the Criss Angel brand and how people connect to it, we're going to be able to do that very effectively. And people are going to see something that's quality, something for everyone, and something that has a tremendous value. And I don't think we're going to stop until we achieve exactly that.
It does feel like it's a bit stale right now. I saw a show last year that did a similar thing, but it was literally wheel on this trick, do it, wheel it off, have a break for 5 minutes while they set up another one. There's got to be a pace and an energy about these shows, or they just won't work in 2014, 2015, will they?
Well, this is the problem. The people that are doing those shows are trying to capitalize on the demand for magic, and they're not magicians. They're producers that have no concept of what magic is or how to produce it. So they're kind of just doing what they can put together, which is great for the art of magic, and that's wonderful. I think the world's big enough for everyone. But it's kind of like what Cirque did. There was circuses before Cirque du Soleil, and then Cirque came out and dominated the world because they understood how to do it. They were performers, and they brought something to the table that was fresh and innovative and revolutionary. And I believe we're in line to do exactly the same thing for magic. We will own that space.
And again, in this day and age with camera phones and everything else going on, you cannot be dangling from the biggest building in London and showing the wires and helicopters holding you up, because it's going to get out before your program gets to air. You've got to be smart, haven't you now?
Yeah, you have to be smart, and you have to be original, and you have to have a great team, and those ingredients are a necessity in order to be effective and relevant today. And then unfortunately, some people just try to take the easy way out, and for me, that's a recipe for disaster, like you just mentioned. You have to really work hard at this, and again, we're doing this in a 60,000 square foot facility, state of the art. I own everything that we're utilizing. We build everything in-house. Even that promo that just came out that you just showed for the Supernaturalists, that was all done in-house. I didn't have anybody, put that together, or some fancy, agency do that. This is all done in-house. I have an incredible crew, an incredible cast, and I pinch myself every day that I get up and able to work with these amazingly talented people. And hopefully the magicians that are listening to this, this will be an opportunity for you to take your talent and have a showcase. I'm looking for magicians all over the world that can bring something unique and revolutionary to the table. And if that is you, if I'm speaking to you, get a hold of me. Get a hold of Brett Daniels. We're looking for everybody because we want to take magic that has been so good to us. We love the art form so much, and we just want to share it with the world, but we want to share it at a whole new level, at a whole new caliber with the best of the best. And that's what we're looking for, the best of the best. If you're the best, we want to know you.
I don't want to embarrass you any further, but one of the greatest moments of my year this year was spending an hour or two with you at your empire in Las Vegas. You so kindly gave me the privilege of walking me around your factory, which is extraordinary. I have never seen a facility like it on the scale that it is. The pressure that you have to keep so many people employed who all seem to genuinely love you and admire you is inspiring, Criss. And I hope you realize how amazing your life is to give all these people employment and to bring such entertainment to the world. To me is truly thrilling, and for me that was an amazing day, and so kind of you to do that. I'll never forget it.
I am very happy that you took the opportunity to come and take a tour of the facility. It's awesome to give people that opportunity because this all started with a dream, and I'm not special, I'm not different, I'm like everybody listening or watching this. I should say listening to this at this point because they just watched the promo. But I'm just like everybody. And if you have a dream and you work hard and you persevere and you have a stick-to-itiveness personality, anything is possible. And magic is an art form all about taking the impossible and making it possible. And that's what I want to show people, whether it's in my everyday life or whether it's on stage or on television. Anything is possible.
You're a true gentleman, and it's my honor to know Criss Angel. If they want to find out more about this brand new tour, which is called Supernaturalists, where do they go, Criss?
Go to the Supernaturalists, that's with an S.com, the Supernaturalists.com, or of course you can go to ChrissAngel.com and follow us on Twitter and check us out on Facebook and all that fun stuff. And if you're ever in Vegas, by all means come to the Luxor. Check out the show Believe. We do 10 shows a week, or you'll catch me on the road with Mind Freak Live or the Supernaturalists. But I'd hope to get the opportunity to meet all that are listening right now.
He's the world's greatest magician. He's the magician of the millennium. Criss Angel, thank you for your time.
Thank you, man. God bless.